The Order by Jean Buschmann. Fade in, fall of 2015. Interior, a home in Marin County, California, night. 40-something, sexy and fit, Max Rogers is standing in his sleek, minimalist living room with a cell phone in hand. Intently listening to an unidentified caller, he heads for the kitchen. On a large flat-screen TV connected to an alternative media feed, we hear two commentators rapid-fire banter, while Max preps for a romantic encounter.
It's really a reverse Robin Hood scenario, with wealth being redistributed from the middle class to the uber-rich.
That's right. The banksters got bailed out by the government, then kept APRs artificially low. So with no real incentive to save, the masses took the bait once again, loading up on debt and jumping into the market.
Quite the Machiavellian play to make the economy appear to be healthy. But the banks are still insolvent, right? I mean, there must be trillions in derivative losses that aren't even on the books.
Oh, absolutely. And the government is just as insolvent. Printing money is the only tool they have to keep the giant Ponzi scheme afloat. Which is why we're either headed for a currency devaluation, a major war, or both. It's textbook.
The real tragedy is that the average American is too busy watching reality TV or playing with their gadgets to even notice that Rome is burning.
Oh, but they will. When there's a bail-in, a bank holiday, currency devaluation, or when their pensions get reinvested into government bonds. Once things get personal, people take to the streets.
I have to disagree there. I think the system will manufacture plenty of very creative ways to distract and divide, so no one thinks to follow the yellow brick road and pull back the central bank curtain.
I'm all ears.
It seems to me that the mainstream media is primed to fan the flames of a race war, or any other means of us versus them social chaos. I can't think of a better way to stifle dissent, disarm a population, or set up a police state. Can you?
Clearly disturbed by the unknown caller, Max reaches for the remote, shuts off the TV, blows out the candle he just lit, and takes a seat.
If what you're saying is true, no one is safe.
Just then, we hear a desperate knock at the door. It's Nadia, Max's college-aged daughter.
Open up, it's me. Hurry!
Max's demeanor abruptly changes from somber but calm and collected to alarmed.
I have to go. I'll call you back.
Nadia knocks louder now.
Dad, I need you. Open up.
Max swings open the door and pulls Nadia into his arms. His naturally cool demeanor has dissolved into a worried dad.
What's wrong, baby? Are you okay?
I'm fine. It's Ethan. He's missing.
Nadia steps inside as Max closes the door behind her. She immediately notices the two wine glasses in the living room.
Are you expecting someone?
Max reaches for his phone and fires off a quick text.
Nope, not anymore. I'm all yours.
Interior kitchen a few minutes later. Max is now pouring tea for his daughter.
Nadia, why didn't you come back to me when Ethan started acting so erratic?
I didn't want to be a burden.
Give me a break. I'm your father.
It's just that, well, since Grandma, you know...
No, I don't know. Tell me everything, and start from the beginning.
As Nadia tells the story, we flash back. Interior college library night. 22-year-old Ethan Edwards is feverishly poring over the stack of books in front of him, as if looking for something specific, when Nadia approaches him.
What's up?
Ethan doesn't look up.
What do you think?
Well, I don't know. You kind of look like you're searching for the secrets of the universe with all those books out.
I am, actually.
Is this about that conspiracy thing again?
I've got Quigley's Tragedy and Hope right here.
He pulls out the book from his pile and flips it open.
Listen to how they think. The argument that the two parties should represent opposed ideals and policies, one perhaps of the right and the other of the left, is a foolish idea. Instead, the two parties should be almost identical so that it should be possible to replace one party every 4 years by the other party, which will still pursue with new vigor approximately the same basic policies.
Okay, but what does that actually prove?
The title says it all. They sell us hope, only to be followed by tragedy, so we keep voting in the next savior, all while the same shadow interests are served. It's a rigged game.
Realizing that his emotions are getting to the best of him, he takes a forced breath before leaning in close to whisper.
It proves the order is in control, not the elected officials from either party.
But we elect those officials, Ethan. This is a democracy, remember?
First of all, we're supposed to be a representative republic. You know, by the people, for the people, of the people. Democracies are ruled by a majority, and people can always be bought.
You know what I meant. Voting is democratic. Well, except for that whole electoral college and superdelegate thing.
Don't you get it? They just want us to think we have a say. It's all just the illusion they sell us while keeping us off balance and distracted. So we stay complicit and complacent like good little mind-controlled slaves.
Ethan.
It's why nothing ever changes. The order runs the system from behind the curtain. They select the politicians for us to elect. And when a people's candidate slips in who's not just a plant or a red herring, they take him down by any means necessary. A scandal, slander, or flat-out assassination, like the two presidents who tried to stop him, Lincoln and JFK. It's so freaking obvious. Why can't you see it, Nadia?
Ethan abruptly looks up to stare directly into Nadia's eyes.
Whoever we chose is really just another puppet for the order.
I'm starting to worry about you.
Ethan starts to flip through another book now.
It's not me you need to worry about.
Don't you think you sound a little paranoid?
You won't think that when you hear what the world's financial elite are planning. It's fucking Orwellian.
Nadia abruptly grabs the book, closes it, and takes Ethan's face in her hands.
That's enough for now. Last time I checked, there weren't any thought police running around. So what do you say we get some dinner, some wine, and chillax with a flick?
I can't. I have to keep reading.
Ethan, if the order does exist, it will be here tomorrow for you to research. I promise.
She leans in and gently kisses him now.
Okay, fine.
He starts to pack up his things.
So, what should we rent? A rom-com or a classic film noir?
How about Brave New World? I really want you to see how we're living a beta version of dystopia.
Nay.
Back to the present. Interior Max's car, night. Max and Nadia are driving around looking for Ethan.
That was 3 months ago, and he just got more and more intense over time. I think
I need to know if you told anyone about this.
just Mom, right before her and Al left for vacation.
Okay, good.
Wait, why?
I just don't think you should be carrying all of this on your shoulders. What did your mother say?
She was worried, so she made me promise to come to you if anything happened while they were away.
So we're on the same page. Good.
I wanted to come for you sooner, Dad. I really did, but I know how hard it was on you when Grandma...
Your grandmother committed suicide because she was sick, Nadia.
Don't most schizophrenics suffer from paranoid delusions? I think Ethan might be...
Ethan isn't delusional. OCD for sure, but not delusional.
Max glances over at Nadia.
I knew it could make you smile. Remember the time when he became obsessed with washing his hands after doing that research paper on microbes?
Yeah. Then he started using those hand sanitizers all the time.
Max chuckles.
Until he learned the hard way that they make bacteria super resistant. And wound up with a horrible staph infection.
I remember those big-ass ugly white bandages.
Nadia reaches for her cell phone and pulls up a picture of Ethan with a bandaged hand around her shoulder.
Strangers kept asking him if he was a boxer or a burn victim.
Max roars as he glances at the photo while Nadia nearly hyperventilates.
You see? OCD, I told you.
You're probably right. I just panicked. I'm sure he's back at the apartment by now.
Should we call off the search and go check?
Yeah.
Max makes a quick U-turn.
Sure thing, darling.
Interior hallway of Nadia and Ethan's apartment, same night. Nadia is fumbling for her keys in the dark.
That's odd. The motion detection light isn't working.
Max pulls out a pen light.
Thanks, Dad. You're prepared for everything, aren't you?
What can I say?
They enter the apartment.
Ethan? Are you here?
Max walks over to the answering machine and sees that there are no new messages. Nadia takes off down the hallway. Suddenly, we hear a blood-curdling scream.
No! No!
Max rushes to Nadia's side and is horrified to find Ethan hanging from a rope in their bedroom. Interior, Max is home, the middle of the night. Max checks on Nadia, who is sound asleep in his guest room. We see a bottle of sedatives and a glass of water on the nightstand. He kisses her forehead, then quietly exits the room and heads for his den. Inside the den, he reaches behind a wall panel for a hidden safe, then pulls out a file marked highly confidential. Making his way over to a desk, he takes a seat and flips it open. The title page reads, The Order.